motion to exit the executive session and come back to a regular session.
I wanna make a motion.
First and second from Jason Kim. All in favor?
Aye.
Where are we? Council reports. Council Kim. Yes.
I thought,
He already did that.
oh, okay. The respiratory virus is on up and all around us. So there is a new string of COVID virus is going around. It's now mortality level is high, but it's spread like crazy. So if you get like a heat, the temperature high or anything else, make sure you go to the doctor for that. Also, we have walk-in flu vaccine clinic is going on Thursday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Ridgefield Health Department. So if anybody needs a vaccine, make sure the flu vaccine, make sure you go there.
Thank you.
And
What are the dates for that?
it's, I think it's one day.
One day?
It's Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Is it
1
possible
p.m. to
that we
3
can
p.m.
coordinate with our senior bus? Because it is Richfield?
I guess so. I think our EA should arrange that.
Okay, if anybody comes who, because of your news, and they're interested and seniors need to go there, I think we have a senior bus that we could use. Services for that day,
That's
which is gonna
great.
be this Thursday, 1 to 3, please continue.
Yeah, also, tomorrow, 10 to 12, there is a free blood pressure screening at the Palisade Park Senior Citizen Center at the Highland Apartment.
Yes, 300 Highland Avenue, at the Senior Activity Center run by the county. There'll be a blood pressure and there are nurses there, so if you wanna ask about prescription, any general health questions, they're adept to answer some of the questions. That's it?
Thank you.
Great,
Thank you.
no problem, thank you, because this just reminded me, BA, if people have a cold or COVID, what happens here? Do they are allowed to work here, or if they're symptomatic, is there a safety measure?
Yes.
And even the mold exposures. I remember a long time ago, I wrote a memo, and you wrote a memo saying that, people who feel like they're mold exposed, they should wear a mask. We left masks everywhere. And I believe that I saw a couple of the employees who complained, are still working, they were working here, so I wanna make sure that, we don't, that the employees who would like to work here, with a complaint, you should really tell them, hey, wear a mask or something.
I had the health officer here send an email out to all departments, telling them and advising them of the ongoing COVID problem and the increase in COVID and steps that they should take. We did have one person who is working off-site primarily to get that taken care of until we can ascertain that we are completely asbestos and mold free. We are recently done, thanks to the help of the borough attorney, an air quality testing of the entire borough hall, and we are still waiting results on that. We should get
Very good.
it this week.
Very good, thank you very much. I just wanna be sure, because if an employee complains, we have to provide safety measures. Like you said, whoever it was, you remotely told to work there, I think that's a good idea. Good.
If I may, I just
Yes,
want to
go ahead.
add information. The flu vaccine walk-in clinic is on September 26th, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Also, October 7th, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Right, great. What is the Richfield address that our patients can go there and reach out?
It is 725 Slocum Avenue. in
Slocum.
Brooklyn.
Thank you very much, I appreciate that information.
No problem.
Very great. Councilman?
Some of you are actually waiting for this topic to be brought it up. Yeah, I guess the parking meters. I did the reviews on the contract, and we're actually approaching end of the contract, and we got less than a year right now. So myself and CFO Roy is actually doing a thorough review, see what we can do about it. Once assessment, there's a lot of factors that we need to be actually go through, so once the assessment is over, I'll bring it to the council and see what we can do. Alright, I'll
Great.
keep you guys updated.
So,
Thank you.
so you're gonna be spearheading, and thanks to you, you're gonna do an assessment, report on what could we do next, what services, what type of hardware, what not, and you'll provide us with options.
Right, we may have to, stick with the program, the contract, but with the better, service or better, updates.
What is the reason why we have to, when the term expires within a year? You said that our contract expires in a year, correct,
Yeah,
Council?
less than a year, but there's options, so.
So do we have to be with them after?
No.
Okay. Good, thank you very much. Appreciate that. That's actually a very big concern for patrons who come here to enjoy our commerce, restaurants, seniors who are kinda bewildered about all those numbers there. Excuse me, so please, take that into consideration. Thank you. Council Jay?
Okay, I'd like to ask you one question.
Sure.
Would you please consider, having a survey with the, business owners in town, maybe, so what kind of ideas they also have, or go with your ideas? Thank you.
Survey of the business. Is it survey of the business or survey of the customers who come here?
Just asking,
So general survey,
right.
general survey, not just for
Very
the,
good. No,
for the
no,
owners.
nothing
Okay.
serious,
That's
but
fine.
what kind of, look they want. or
You
something
could even
like that.
contact the Chamber of Commerce, because they're really into the commerce as well.
I think that.
Can I raise another consideration point? Is it possible you could, analyze, for the, contract time, what's the revenue, what's the expense, and compare with the before the contract?
Right.
Okay. All right,
Thank you, Mayor.
Council Jay?
I wanna report on pool 2024 summer season is over, and we made total revenue for $428,782. And, I think compared to other years, it went well. And this year, the weather was so hot, so one Sunday, they made 14,000 for just one day. So it went well. And then we had worked on pavilion roof, and the pump house roof has been done. And for next year, we're planning possibly to have new pumps. It's been outdated, it's been there for long. So we're going to look for the possibility of replacing the pumps. And also, if our financial situation is allowed, we would like to make a splash pad. Like if any of you looked into Fort Lee, the community center, they have a very nice splash pads for kids. It's just when they walk around, the water splash is coming out, and it's a much safer than the kiddie pool. So I think that will be a good idea. And I really thanks to Karen Nascenti and their team for a very successful summer, and especially the exceptionally hot temperature days, they did a very good job. And for a second, recreation team did absolutely good job for 125th anniversary street festival. That really went successfully, and so I'm thankful for Mr. Dave Terranova and his team.
Excellent.
The rec team worked so hard, and we had a very nice exhibition for 125th memorabilia in this area. So, we had lots of old pictures and little maps, and I really had a good time. And then Mr. Wrightington prepared for it for days, and then I thank for him too. And also we had Buan Korea, bringing all those Korean traditional ceramics that was beautifully displayed here. If any of you saw it, that was very nice. So it really was a great event for all attendees and participating business people. And I think we had a really good time altogether. For the DPW, continuously working hard to meet all our residential needs for communities public affairs, with Mr. Ken Bruno, and, I actually asked him about the reporting process, who reports to who, and, Mr. Choi, Sam Choi is giving us, beautiful reports every month, so hopefully it will go continuously, and, I will, put it into our town's website, so anybody can look into like who did what kind of a job. And, today, I was so happy to see our, police department, emergency rescue team. They really did a beautiful job since, there was an, incident in Fort Lee, in very near, past. One, young lady got shot, and, it was a very tragic, happening. And, I'm so proud that, our town handles these kind of matters professionally, with wholeheartedly, and taking care of even, person who's sick. And I'm so thankful. That was a great, I'm so honored to be here. Thank you.
If the same thing happened in 4D, I wouldn't be here. I'll be taking it. But thank you. But I just want to add on to your report that, that the splash pad was actually part of a bond that was approved. Or the grant that was approved with the full. You should check out with Roy and find out that grant. I think that's already available.
Yeah,
It's available.
we have
That was
it.
part of the splash pad, was part of the thing. So use that, it's already there. And what else is there? There's one more. Okay.
We have everything.
Good. The sweeper. I'll get back to you.
Oh,
The
yes,
sweeper.
yes, for the DPW, yeah. So for the sweeper, it's been there in our agenda to pass for almost 2 years. And recently, it got broke, and we needed another, almost $10,000 to fix it. So it cost $229,000, and I think we really need to pass it and then, buy the new one. It's here, so
Do you know when it will be delivered?
that will be delivered
Yes.
to DPW.
No, when?
It's gonna be a
Oh.
while.
It's gonna be a while, with about 6
Right,
months, 3
about
months?
6 months,
Six
because we
months.
replaced it,
And our old sweeper is still operational.
Yes.
What do we do with our old sweeper? What do we do with our old sweeper?
And
What-
this new sweeper,
No, the old one, after we
the
get a
old
new
one,
one.
I don't know. I'm
We'll
going to
figure that
ask
out
them
later.
for those
That's up to the
here.
governing body, to keep it as a backup facility.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Ray, go ahead.
No,
Listen.
it's either up to the governing body if they wanna, and with the recommendation of Mr. Bruno, whether they wanna sell it or keep it as a backup.
As a backup, thank you very much.
And the new one doesn't even need a special driver's, license to operate, so anyone with a driver's license can operate it, so in case of emergency, for anyone can handle it, and that's also nice.
Okay, go ahead.
Why does it take 6 months?
Oh, because, they have to make it, I think,
It's custom made.
Yes,
Right.
they don't keep them on a lot, it's not like a car.
Yeah, I mean, some of these parts are have a longer lead time due to specs and all that, so it's not like the nuts and bolts that we could, build this right away. I mean, it requires tons of different parts, so.
I have a question regarding pool. Some time ago, we discussed about, renting out this pool out, during after pool is closed.
Skating,
Is that still-
skating rig you're talking about.
Or skating, or some private party or something. So I was
Winter
wondering.
Wonderland.
Yeah, I was wondering, is there any plan?
Oh, I haven't had a plan yet, so we can discuss it and start
Great,
working
I
on
think
it.
that's a good idea. Talk to Karen if you can, talk to the pool attorney if not available, talk to the borough attorney about the legalities of doing other activities, source of income.
Would be great.
But then there will be liabilities that we have to address,
Right, okay.
insurance and everything else.
That's a great
Great,
suggestion,
great,
thank you so much.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Thank you. Last but not least, Council Lee.
Sure. An update from the school board. So a director from the high school reached out about doing a field trip to the municipal building, as well as how the local government work in these meetings. And I mentioned this at the work session last week, that mayor and I have proposed to do a model mayor and council meeting for the students and try to help them, you know, get engaged in these political activities as well as raise their voice in the local matters. And there was a student from the school at the work session who expressed interest, so hopefully there will be good feedback on this idea, and we'll keep you posted on how this progresses.
I will forward you and put you in all the emails and just lay it off to you like a baton and bring it back to us. Thank you.
That sounds good.
Thank you, thank you. I
I
appreciate
have a
it.
question about the school.
Yes.
I heard they building some classrooms, library or new library. Do you know what it's about?
No.
So we haven't discussed anything at the library today, so I'm not so sure what this is.
I'll find out more about that.
The council, the library president is Sue Cho. And you could ask around with it. I even heard that rumor too. Because of a lack of space that's needed, they're actually using somewhere where there's no windows, I think. All right, that's what I heard. Like a storage room converted into a classroom without a window. Is that correct?
I have no idea.
So maybe you could get some information from us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Space, yeah, I know.
That's it?
That's it.
Excellent. BA.
Well, what I was gonna talk about, we already mentioned about the health officer sending out letters, an email to all the different departments about ways to protect themselves and let them know about the COVID increase that's coming. And also the air quality test that we had done here in Borough Hall, from the basement up to the second floor. I'm still waiting results on that. I'll let the governing body and all the department heads know as soon as I hear.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and I think it's reassuring to get another one, just in case.
Yeah, that's
Good, good. Councilor?
no.
No reports. Director, your turn. Report?
For August, we had 1,888 summonses issued. I'd like to commend SPO Nelson Fenn, who issued 255 summonses, which was the top for all of our officers. And I'd also like to point out, this past year, the number of tickets that Palisades Park issued, we placed fourth in the county, and that's compared to every municipality in Bourbon County. And the highlight of that is that we issued 26,664 summonses, which is actually more summonses than we have in population, and that's what was highlighted in the article. And then I would like to introduce to you someone that I've been working with the past year, Captain James Rotundo. He was voted on tonight. He becomes the officer in charge. We have met daily for the past month since Chief Espino retired. We've come up with a lot of great ideas, and we look forward to moving the department forward. James has 17 years. He has a lot of ties to the community, has a lot of great ideas, and I think he'll do a great job.
Great, great. Thank you for mentioning our new officer in charge. Officer in charge, please come up and say hello. Congratulations.
I just want to thank the mayor and council for putting your trust in me to run the police department. You know, we got a lot of great guys. Every day I bring them in and talk to them, give them some pep talks. We gotta, you know, move our department in the right direction into the future. I look forward to doing that, working well with you guys. I know you guys will be great to me, so I appreciate that.
Thank you. Good luck. I guess that's it. Yes. We have a motion to close and open to the public for public participation.
I wanna make a motion to close and open to the public.
Second.
First, Jag, second, Won Yu. You guys have 3 minutes, please please raise your hands if you guys have any questions, concerns.
Just want to remind.
Yes, go ahead.
Just want to remind the council that any response to public comments needs, you need to be recognized by the chairperson.
As in, we follow the Roberts rule. The council members should not entertain their request. It has to come through the mayor, and I have to ask you guys, okay? Good. Anybody? Please come up. Yes, you're the lady on 4th Street, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so as I told you, we got a new engineer, and I'm saying this in front of everybody, because you've been calling me nonstop. We have a new engineer, and I recently, we just started this, and we met with him last week. And we requested to assign to check out your 4th Street, because when I went there, there wasn't any drains on your side.
Yeah.
But there is a pothole in the middle, which means there should be a main drain going down.
Yeah.
So, this is a big project, but we are gonna get the engineer there. It is one of his assignments, and when this is done, you'll be the first person to know from me.
It's just the way it is.
Yes, actually, we're doing it.
Yeah, I'm asking the council.
You can't do that. You gotta look at me, ask me to ask the council. Please look at me to do that, because we're doing
Yeah,
Robert's rule.
I have number 2 of you. I can contact.
Yes, you could, oh yeah, you can he was there with you, call us both, call her, call him, call anybody you want, but as soon as we get some kind of information, you'll be the first person to know from me.
Okay, thank you. I'm happy.
Of course, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Please come up, name, address.
Hi, this is Namgyong I live in 519 Second Street.
Uh-huh.
So I sent the mail again, September 2nd, about Second Street issue, flooding issue and speeding issue. So this is I present Second Street neighborhood. So I got the sign.
Petition.
So it's a pleasure. I'm so happy live the Palisade Park as house owner. I know that just the ID 2002 first. We have a lot of struggling flooding issue. It was okay, government tried helping us, but unfortunately August 15, too many heavy raining, my house flooding. My house also my neighbor house is flooding, and then anymore I'm not happy. I'm very anxious whenever it's raining. Even though I can't make any plan, my travel because I can't leave my house. I don't know what happened, during my travel, or that's why I'm begging Palisade Park, mayor, and then everybody, please fix the problem. I think I'm really strong suggesting making big drain under the road like First Street. Also problem sidewalk and road is pretty even right now. Our big problem is water from the Raonia. So we can protect anything any action right now. Only thing just waiting just you're helping protect our asset house. So that's why I'm here. I'm really strongly begging, suggest you guys do something for us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
These petitions, thank you very much, you listened to my advice. This shows that it's not more than one resident who has the same problem. There's about 9 residents who signed this.
Yes.
But they all affected with, more than above average, rain,
Yes.
average rain. Average
Yes.
rain or flood.
Yes.
It's not like a flood where a lot of locations flood.
Another house is more worse than us.
But they all flood a normal amount of rain.
Yes.
Understood. I would like for you to just do me a favor, write down your phone number here, okay, before you go.
Yes.
And because it's a power of authority, the borough attorney. But with this at hand, I'm sure you guys are okay with it. I'm gonna ask a new, engineer at DPW to go take a look over there and see what the problem is. And as soon as we find what the problem is and what we're gonna do, we'll let you know. Again, it could be a simple fix, it could be a clog in the drain, or it could be a lack of a drainage system.
Yeah.
It depends what it is. If it takes a long time, we have to budget it.
Yes.
But, like, it is our responsibility for public works not to flood on a normal average amount of rain.
Yes.
So we have that, just do me a favor,
Okay, I have one more thing, Second Street.
you have 5 seconds.
Okay, I have one more thing, Second Street right now from the Edison and then Oakland Avenue, too much traffic. I don't feel, safe because parking, left side, right side, and then two-way. And then driver is high speeder, and then I saw the, speed bumper in the Leonia side. At least, could you make,
The
speed
bumper is something that we don't decide offhand, it goes to our traffic engineer, however, the director's over here, director, would you take attention, what is the street again?
Second Street,
Second Street and what that you're
from the
afraid of?
Edison Boulevard and then Oakland,
And the reason why is because they are speeding,
yeah.
every single time? Do you see police presence there? Do you see police presence there? Do you see police presence there? Did you make a call to the police and made a complaint yet?
I
No,
didn't complain yet.
you did not. You're supposed to call the police, but since you're here, since the director's here, and since the new YC is here, right now what they're gonna do is they're gonna take a look, what they could do, and then if they could find a simple remedy, we'll let you know. Please put your phone number in the back of this petition.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the petition. Next, please come up, name and address. You have 3 minutes.
Marshall Shore, 50 Henry Avenue. We're having a problem with New York Transit buses constantly from about 5:30 to 8:30 are cutting through Henry Avenue. And we have quite a few children on this street, and a lot of them have scooters, so there is a gutter. The transit buses should not be coming to us. This has been like an ongoing problem. You speak to them, a couple of weeks, they stop, and then they go right back to it again. Could something permanent be done?
So what this usually happens, what we'll do is the governing body or authority will say, hey, stop using the public roads, it's unauthorized, and they won't do it for a while. So tell me the route that you saw. The bus goes from Henry to, how does it use Henry? Why does it use
Comes
Henry?
from Broad, goes down Henry, turns on Brand. It's a shortcut for them, I guess. There's no traffic light on Henry.
All right, BA, would you please, remember how we contacted the closer route from Broad Avenue, 125th? Would you do us a favor and contact them, let them know that, I don't think this is authorized? We're not gonna help you, thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Please come up, name and address, you have 3 minutes, thank you. Hello, nurse.
Mary Potter for Quadrant Avenue. I would like to make a comment on the agenda. Do you have the 22414?
14.
Yes,
224, to be 214,
yeah,
214.
14, 24, 14, the 14.
They weren't.
The ordinance,
On the ordinance.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes.
Second reading.
I know that you guys passed that now, I would like to, make a comment as a resident that we don't make a mistake that we made in the past as, those salaries that we have. And finally, we are released from that, and now it's like be very cautious in how we handle that. Because it's gonna help the town, also, save money. So I would like, I like to see that, getting better.
Thank you.
I like the idea that Christine had about using the pool in winter time. I know it's gonna take time to decide what we can do in that, but that would be very good, especially that we don't have much thing to do here as a recreation for our kids. So that would be very beneficial. And I have a question for the mayor. I know you mentioned about the dog park, that it was in plan.
Yes,
I would like to hear about that.
I wanna get back to it too.
Okay,
I wanna know what happened on the progress, and I'll get back to you, Mr. Chairman.
okay, and, also, the same thing with the Glen Avenue. I spoke with the officer then. He was very diligent in taking care of Glen Avenue, also leaving garbage there. It still continue, so I would like the officer, in charge to go and check that. we find every kind of thing in that street in
Where again, I'm sorry?
And Glen, in
Glen,
front of Lindbergh. It's a very, space to park, so they park there in the nighttime. They leave, all kind of liquor bottle, clothes, like personal
Are
clothes.
they drivers?
Well, they park in there, I don't know who they are, I don't go to there, I just
So-
see it in the morning.
Glenn and where, I'm sorry?
It'll be like by the field side, but in Glen.
Glenn and where the field side of the back of the, Lindbergh.
Well, by the, the yard or the basketball yard, like that parking space there, it's in Glen Avenue,
Glen Avenue.
just by the
close-
school.
Close to the school field.
Yes, by the school field.
And you're saying that there are people who park their car and party?
It was, like people go there, they park in the nighttime, and also, even in daytime, they park there, they eat. They use that parking, space as of just having some kind of spend time there. If you go there right now, it's like Corona bottle, or like,
Okay.
anything you can imagine
They
to find there.
They litter,
They
and they
litter.
drink inside the car, you're
And
saying?
they also go and stay in the car and do every kind of stuff in there. And it being better, and now we went back to the roof, so. And also, I would like to know, I didn't know that we didn't have a officer, like the chief police. So now I see that we have an officer in charge, and how that work, if you could explain to me who's gonna be next, or how this work, because I'm not a very, I don't have a knowledge in that, how that work, like, he'll be the officer, like
Yes.
chief police, or how that work?
Well, basically, at this point, the police director will take over, as I understand it, the day-to-day operation of the police department. The officer in charge will be almost like the police director. You wanna answer that, Mike?
Police chief.
Please.
It has the authority of the managing the highest authority. The director, cannot manage day-to-day activities of the police. He has his own duties. He's been briefed by the prosecutor's office as well. Both know their duties, what they need to do, but it's almost like, consider him as like, chief position. He is the highest manager, day-to-day manager for the police department.
And they don't
Day-to-day
change,
activities.
so they change how long? Like-
Well, the resolution, if you read the resolution, it says 6 months,
Okay.
okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Thank you, please come up, name and address. 3 minutes.
Susan Brown, 50 Henry Avenue, California. Councilman Min was talking about the parking stations, et cetera, and how that works. How did we make out money-wise with this system?
The CFO's not here, but what I could do is I can send an email, but actually you could open that. I don't have that information right now, the CFO's not here, I can't answer that to you right now.
You also said seniors get bewildered by it. I think people your age
I heard-
and younger get
No,
bewildered by
you
it.
take everything in offense. What I mean is, there is actually seniors who can't speak English, who are bewildered by a lot of numbers. There were complaints and recommendations from the senior general community, from my research, not yours, saying that, would you please, Mayor, consider, a machine where it looks easier to do.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass machine, is what it is, my personal choice. Okay, Mayor, you had said you were going to try and take up lining parking spots on residential streets.
Yes.
How's that going?
Well, we gotta get back on the wagon and finish that. We're almost done to finalize and bring that to a bid.
I'm on a street where there are 4 brand new duplexes. People will park anywhere, and I'm constantly having to go outside and have them move out of my driveway or call the police
It will help.
department to
I
have.
believe it'll help.
Alright, so the sooner you do that. Then, you said something about we have a new engineer, is that in place of Colossal?
We just passed a resolution to hire a special engineer.
A special engineer, so Colossal stays as engineer. More or less, he's been the board engineer and all that. Is that a maybe or a yes?
No, right now, we didn't do anything about Steve Palazzo.
That's what I'm asking. So that stays as is?
Well, I never thought about it, what do we need as is? We got a special engineer because we need it, what does that have to do with Steve?
Well, you kept saying new engineer, so I
What's a
didn't
special
know if
engineer?
you meant that, you never said special. So I don't know if you meant we're replacing, or you're hiring someone else. Do we know what the new engineer is being hired at salary wise?
It was by, what was the resolution again? You know, we did some work again, here's
The resolution was not to exceed $50,000.
Is that, so that's part-time, yes? Or am I assuming,
I
never
don't know
mind,
what-
never mind, I'm done.
Anybody else? Please come up, name and address, you have 3 minutes.
Jump to 37 Central River. I'm just here to say, answer some questions that some consumer moments raised. Since you are all here, it might be easier for me to answer regarding those classrooms.
Oh, yes, please enlighten us, you are the,
I'm the
President of the
president
Board
of
of
the
Ed.
Board of
Thank you.
Education. And regarding the 3 classroom, in my knowledge, that idea proposed 2 years ago. And at the time, yes, because or you may know that we are always shortage of the classroom with new coming students. So we definitely needs more classroom, and then currently we are using only 1 classroom upstairs, second floor in the library. But we need more, and then downstairs where the garage car garage are underneath of the library next to it. It's open to outside, right? But that's the plan is to cover that up, like
Are
make
you
it
talking about the garage, the exterior garage below the
Right.
library?
right.
This idea was
Downstairs.
presented a few years ago,
Right.
but did you discuss with the library board to make that happen?
So at the time, I don't think I was a board member.
No, but my point is,
Right.
that involves a library.
Right.
Library is an entity.
Right.
Your board of ed cannot just go, we're gonna do a library.
I believe so. So in my brief conversation regarding this issue with the superintendents, I was told that at the time only board approved about that plan to be addressed by our
The library.
architecture, not architect, school architect. So
Okay.
that just
You're getting there, but you have to really consult with your school attorney.
Right.
Well, how to process this properly, because library is its own entity. We have shared service agreement with them because
Right.
we consider them as, even though they're all under the budget of the borough,
right.
they're still a separate entity, they have to do their business, you have to know if they would approve the library board.
Right, that's one of the questions that relates to my question, that I raised last, your special meeting, that what is you have documentation that the library is Boro's property or something.
Library is, you know what, we could go get the tax assessor, but by the records, but as far as I'm concerned, it is a property, the building is a property of the borough.
Okay.
Yeah, now, that
Okay.
means we have to get involved too.
Right?
Right. Eventually, but anyways, we'll
So,
work on that. If
okay,
you have any questions, please ask, come back to us or the library or the board of ed or the board, whatever attorney. My question is, you say you got 3 classrooms that you guys are planning?
no, 6,
6.
yeah.
So how many classrooms are you gonna fit in the basement of the library that is
The
open air
basement.
parking lot?
Well,
How many
it's
fit
going to
there?
be converted to the classroom,
How
actually,
many
like
classrooms?
building the down to 6 classrooms.
6 classrooms all down there.
Right.
If you remove the parking lot and you close it,
Right,
make it the
we
classroom.
can make a 6 classroom, and currently, I know that there are some missing parts based on what you're saying, that the board should go spoke with the library board. But for now, that actually we are waiting for our grant application to be
Right,
awarded.
good. Budget.
Once it's awarded, we will go for it,
Good.
but meanwhile, maybe we need to make a meeting with the library board.
So the real realization of building that classroom is still distant away. It's
Yeah.
not right now, a year or something like that, 6 months, you guys are working on it.
Right, so meanwhile, it's been like a couple of years, are now currently converting to locker room in elementary school to be a preschool classroom. We are under construction, right? And then there's another separate private nursery school down there in Commercial Avenue where we are borrowing their classroom as well for 2 classrooms for pre-K students.
What happened with the classroom that was supposed to be a deal with? Jason, would you like to give us some input?
What about the first one?
Well, about everything, because you were kind of involved with trying to get a contract with the grant to allocate, places like Swan Presbyterian Church to use their classrooms. So what's?
So what had happened was, about 2.5 years ago, there was a special grant money available from the state.
Okay.
But it was a special one, not
Special.
everybody can apply.
I see.
But we happen to be one of the category who can apply for that under the library.
I see.
So we applied and she said many years happened, so we are about to award it. I think that's what she's talking about.
Okay.
But because the library itself and the basement and the parking lot belongs to the mayor, I mean, the town, the borough.
Yes.
So I guess it's up to us, so yes or not, rather than library say yes or no.
Well, the library has to be part of that. We're gonna get to the
Because the
legalities of
parking
it,
space does not, they use it, but it belongs to the borough. So
but technically, we're gonna have to verify with the attorneys and from all sides, make sure who gets an input, but thank you for the
Right, in
information.
that case, what is the lease agreement
Thank you.
between the borough and?
Thank you very much for that, I appreciate it, thank you. Any more questions? Please come up, name and address. You got 3 minutes, sir.
My name is Youngmin Jung, 50.
How are you?
Good. This is not a question, but this is as a resident, my opinion. It is a newspaper report in 2023, last year. I don't want to just like offend anybody here in this room, and I really respect Helsing's Park Police Department. But this article reports that Helsing's Park Police harmed by political influence and lack of leadership, but not anymore, I believe that. But a reporter said Borough's Police Department plagued with heavy political influence and a lack of leadership, blah, blah, blah. And report found that most officers have contributed to or worked with a political organization within the borough, and that those same officers believe the political influences had done immense harm to the department. Officers told the prosecutor's office investigators the influence had made it difficult to supervise, manage, and appropriately discipline officers as a political affected many of these decisions. So I don't want to read it everything, but prosecutor's office last year began its assessment of the department in September after the jump in a number of investigatory and disciplinary issues. Investigators set out to review the department operational and administrative process and its appliance to the law enforcement best practices. Prosecutor's office this is like all police officers, they have to just walk within some kind of political participation activities. They have to just contribute some money for fundraisings and all kind of things, and hand out the door to door, and then give a political signs and participate in door to door campaign. I have collected all evidence through the SNS about some candidate for councilmen surrounded by police officer happy to take a
Sir,
photo.
right now you're talking about
So,
political,
my-
stop, please see right there. You don't wanna talk about elections, politics. You're here because you wanna talk about our service to you as a resident, not because you wanna talk about politics. You just cited about 2 minutes and 30 seconds about an article that I read and everybody else read, that came from the prosecutor's office and also the conference room, as well. The reason why, one of the reasons why the police director was hired was to assess this, to find out where is this political relationship that compromises the work quality of the police department. I'm hoping that the director continues his research and provides us with some kind of ways or measures to make sure that we prevent a political influence with the police department. Now, that's all you can say about that, okay? You cannot talk about politics or campaigning or something like that. You got a complaint? There is actually a complaint that you can call in New Jersey, the Board of Elections. You can make a complaint over there.
Can I finish within a 30 second?
You'll get 30 seconds, but please don't talk about politics or elections. Go ahead.
There are so many candidates out here, so I hope, civil servant or like public employee for Pell City Park do not participate in any political kind of like campaign. They're supposed to be free from that. So like, you cannot force them to just go out and hand out the political,
Whoa. Now you're talking about campaign again. You're done. Thank you very much. Force, please leave. That's it. Thank you. Anybody else? Jeez. All right. Yes, sir. You haven't spoke. You're done, sir. You're more than 3 minutes. You're talking about politics, and it seems like you want this. Everybody's running here, and this is the wrong venue. Please go ahead. Jeez. I asked you not to talk about politics.
Jesus?
No, I said you shouldn't talk about politics. You don't listen. Please go ahead.
You wore a Trump hat a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, I'd like to talk, I hear about the, putting lines for the parking. I like the idea. Parking spaces?
Oh, you mean the lines? Yes, for
Lines.
residential.
Okay.
On Highland,
But
Main.
if we do go forward with that, please make sure that their driveways and the duplexes are so wide that they take too many spaces away. My car has a steering wheel where I can go in my driveway and maneuver. Why do they have to have 30-foot wide or 25-foot wide driveways when the car is only 6 feet wide?
Because it's a
7 feet wide?
double garage door. It's a double car.
Yeah, but there's only like a foot and a half between the doors. My car has a steering wheel. Let people learn how to use the car. I learned. I'm able to back up in my driveway and all that.
But that will definitely remedy, because as you know, people park their car for the reasons that I spoke to you about, for income.
Right.
And I think there's one way to draw the line.
Right.
And they park their car for properties that will leave space like this.
Mhm.
Any leftover space will utilize for bicycles or motorcycles or mini cars.
Yeah.
We're gonna readdress the lines, the yellow lines, the safety lines. We found out thanks to the research of Councilman and the police department, that the lines are not under regulation. So we're gonna take care of all the concerns on the lines and try to make it safe as well.
The other, to continue on the lines, I mean, I just lost my thought. Oh,
Sorry.
I know what it is. The fire hydrants, they look ugly. They used to be painted every year. The yellow curves used to be painted every year. What's going on?
Please don't worry. Would you put that in there? Well, the DPW is supposed to start their seasonal fall repainting. BA, would you please, make sure the the DPW takes a look at the fire hydrants and make sure it gets, if it's.
They used to do, sorry for interrupting, they used to do it in the afternoon, in the summertime, with kids sometimes even.
But we'll make sure that they do at least an annual repainting of the lines and include the fire hydrants. If you have some fire hydrants in mind, you wanna point out to the VA, we'll take that attention, that location.
I have one in front of my house, so.
Okay, what is your address again?
329 East Columbia,
E329 East Columbia, thank you very much.
which actually is used as a parking lot every day, at least 10 cars.
When you
every day.
call the police department, they will enforce, right, Director?
Okay.
Thank you very much. May I have a motion to, if there's nobody else, may I have a motion to close public session and come back to our regular session? May I have a second? All in favor? May I have a motion to close and adjourn this regular session meeting? First, I'm Kim, Jag second. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, have a wonderful night.